The House of Representatives has called on the federal government to temporarily suspend the implementation of the controversial Samoa agreement, pending the outcome of an investigation into the Pact. This decision followed a motion of urgent public importance moved by the Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Aliud Madaki, and supported by 88 other lawmakers. Recall that the Samoa agreement signed recently by the government has been met with widespread criticism and outrage from many Nigerians. Honorable Madaki argued that the agreement contains clauses that promote LGBT rights, which are in conflict with existing laws in the country. During the debate on the motion, which received mixed reactions from lawmakers, with some supporting the motion and others opposing it.
Also worried that the phrase gender equality, as reported, is a Trojan horse for deceptively bringing in all sorts of immorality to our country, as gender no longer means sexes, male and female, as traditionally understood. It now includes homosexualism, lesbianism, transgenderism, and animalism.
The public has been misled over time about the Samoa agreement. Let me not waste the time of this House, but state very clearly, there is no portion of that agreement that talks about LGBTQ or 150 billion.
My dear colleagues, this motion is one that is investigative. Because it's an investigative motion, I will even caution that we should not be judgmental in our argument. But clearly, where the federal government is going into an agreement, by the provisions of Section 12 of the Constitution, the Parliament ought to be carried along.
Vehemently resist, object, and reject anything that will bring about interfering and working against our religion and our moral values.
Mr. Speaker, this agreement has certain clauses that happens to be in variance with our way of life. We are Africans, we are not Westerners. We have our laws, we have our way of life, we have our way of doing things. And as far as I'm concerned, this issue of human rights, which Nigeria does not in any way violate, should not be implicitly enshrined into this agreement.
In another development, the House has mandated its committees on petroleum resources downstream and midstream to carry out a legislative forensic investigation into the depletion of fuel stock for domestic consumption.
Mr. Speaker, the House is further informed of the alleged return of PMS price intervention with its impact on domestic markets. There is also the allegation of product unavailability to marketers from NFPC retail, endless shifting of timelines for refinery rehabilitation, the nefarious activities of petrol depot which have affected product distribution and caused scarcity.
I support very seriously the issues raised by the mover of the motion, the arguments put forward, and all the references he has made in the content and context of the motions are apt. But I would like to amend that wherever in the content of his motion the name NUPRC appears, be deleted. Because NUPRC has got no business whatsoever with refining, distribution, and sales of white products in the sector.
Does not have feedstock to refine. We have to go up to ask, is NUPRC ensuring that the IOCs and indigenous oil companies are fulfilling their constitutional obligation on domestic crude quota allocation to the refineries?
This, according to the Green Chamber, is to aid address the resurgence of fuel queues in some parts of the country. Annie T. Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.